All right, good evening. Will, you got it. Good evening. Well, welcome to the kickoff in the elevator pitch competition of the 2025 Rice Business Plan Competition. Yeah. It is great to see all of you here. We have a full house. My name is Brad Burke. I'm the Executive Director of the Rice Alliance and the Associate VP for Rice Innovation. Now, to kick off the competition and the elevator pitch piece of this, we have our own 60-second elevator pitch video of the competition that you're going to see first. So take a look.
Houston, Texas. Rice University. 550 applications, the most ever. 42 teams from 35 universities.
42 new ventures aimed at solving real-world problems. 125 student founders ready to forge their futures. 300 judges. 4 rounds of pitches. 3 intense days.
Over $1 million in prizes. 1 intercollegiate student startup competition.
Who has what it takes to come out on top? Rice Business presents the 2025 Rice Business Plan Competition, the world's largest and richest intercollegiate student startup competition. Together, we will spark innovation. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
All right. All right, so maybe we win the competition tonight. Not really. All right, I'm going to tell you more about the competition. Before I do that, it's my pleasure to welcome Dean Peter Rodriguez of the Rice Business School. In the 9 years, yeah, you can applaud. Yeah, you're going to have to do it again, but you can do it. In the 9 years that Peter's been the Dean of the Business School, his tenure has been transformative. He has doubled the number of MBA students at the school. He's introduced the first online graduate program at Rice University. He's launched the first Rice undergraduate business major, and he's broken ground on a 100,000 square foot new building to expand the business school. But you know what? We especially like Peter because he is fond of entrepreneurship and fond of the Rice Alliance and extremely supportive. Please give Peter a big round of applause. Welcome, Peter Rodriguez.
Thank you, Brad. Fond? I'm not just fond of entrepreneurship, I love entrepreneurship. And you left out the best part, which I know how to attach myself to winning organizations like Brad Burke and the Rice Alliance for Technology and Entrepreneurship, which has helped us become the #1 school for entrepreneurship in the world 6 years running, according to welcome sources. But we're here at the absolute pinnacle, the Super Bowl of entrepreneurship, the World Series, the Final Four, and I'm standing here like it's Christmas morning because what you're about to see is one of the most exciting periods you can ever witness at a university, at a business school. The combination of intelligence, drive, innovation, entrepreneurship, knowledge, and passion is going to come out in all of these teams, and we're going to be here to help them discern how to make a better start, how to make the world a better place, do all the things that universities really do well, which is to foster new innovations to solve the problems we haven't solved yet. And there's only one place you could do that, and I think it's right here in Houston, Texas, because there is no city that loves risk-taking and loves entrepreneurship more than this city. There's no place where you could do what we do here each and every year, which is to bring together these amazing judges. If you're a student in one of these, this is the group of people who really helps this take place every year, and this is a university that really loves it. This entire building, which by the way was a Sears and Roebuck at one time. I heard that one of my guests said he bought washing machines down here the last time he was in the building. It's been a while, but we've converted this space into be the heartbeat of innovation for the city and to do so much more. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone who's been involved for 25 plus years. This has been a fantastic ride. It's only getting better and bigger. Just watch. And thank you to all these fantastic students, their universities, and their advisors. Bring your very best game to us tonight. We're excited to see you. We want to see the best, and we're going to help you become even better all the time. So with that, let me just say thank you once again. Thanks especially to the Rice Alliance for Technology and Entrepreneurship and for Brad Berg. If we give him an even bigger round of applause, no one matters more than this guy right here. I'm not saying he deserves a raise publicly, but privately, he deserves a raise, and we'll see what we can do. So Brad, back to you, and welcome. Get back here, and let's get started on this fantastic competition. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Peter. All right, we've got that on tape, Peter. And the important thing to know is Peter is my boss and can control that situation, my raise. All right, so we're here for the competition. How about this? Welcome all 42 competitors. As you heard, this year we had over 550 applications, the most ever. So getting into this competition is almost as hard as getting into Rice University. You're already a winner. You come from universities around the world, and you know what? You actually are literally and figuratively a winner because every team that's here is going to take home cash prizes. How about a round of applause and congratulations to all the teams that are here from a number of wonderful universities. And a big thanks to the judges. So this year we have nearly 400 judges, which is also the most judges we've ever had. About 2/3 of you are investors, either angel, private equity, or venture capital investors. The remainder include entrepreneurs who've raised money, vendors, service providers, and judges. As you know, who've been here before, we have a gift for you. You guys told us that you had enough water bottles and coffee mugs, which you can see from prior years. So for the second year in a row, Siren Capital, who is the sponsor of the judge's gift, is providing a leather padfolio. Now, it's not just a leather padfolio, it's actually made from banana leaves, and it was a finalist in the Rice Business Plan competition a couple of years ago, and they went on to take a huge amount of money, and so we have sourced the pseudo-leather padfolios made of banana leaves from them. How about a big thanks to all the judges and to Siren Capital. All right, so I don't know why you're laughing. This year, my team helped me prepare these slides, and I thought they were going to take this slide out, but they left it in. So here's what I got to tell you. For those teams and judges who are here, who've come to Houston for the competition, you are in luck this week. We're providing ideal weather for you for the next 4 days. And for those who don't live in Houston, what I meant to say is that's the way the weather is in Houston all year long, 72 degrees. That's only funny or not funny to the judges who've heard that 25 years in a row. That's great. All right, what makes this possible, the lifeblood of the competition, are the sponsors and supporters. We have over 150 individuals, corporations, investors that make this competition possible, make it possible for us to award more than $1 million in prize money. You will see those sponsors on the pull-up banners, on the rolling slides, in the program. We're trying to recognize you every which way we can. You guys, we're indebted to you. How about a big round of applause for the sponsors who make this competition possible? And I have one more special thank you, which is the sponsor of this evening's kickoff, company showcase, and reception. After we do the elevator pitch, we'll have a company showcase and reception afterwards, thanks to More Than Capital. More Than Capital, if you don't know them, global venture capital and advisory firm backed by over 100 experts, executives, and entrepreneurs from 37 countries. They invest not only their money, but their time, their expertise to help founders grow faster and scale. I will say I'm especially fond of them because they have opened their first ever North American office in the Ion, in the Rice Nexus on the 3rd floor. They formed a strategic partnership with us. They're committed to accelerating innovation in tech, in AI, in entrepreneurship, and they're here tonight. So if you want to talk to them and learn more, Will Moore, Guillermo Ruiz will be here during the networking reception. Please thank Will and Guillermo for sponsoring this evening's company showcase and reception and the kickoff. All right, one final thing for the competitors. You know, once you compete in the Rice Business Plan competition, you are a member of the Rice family. And what that means is we follow you forever. You might say we stalk you forever. So if you respond to the email the first time, you won't get 5 more asking how you're doing. But because of that, we know that there are over 305 successful companies that have been launched out of the Rice Business Plan competition. They have raised more than $6.9 billion with a B in funding. And there are 5 publicly traded companies that have gone public. And we hope to add all of you, another 42 competitors to that list. So how about final round of applause for this year's Rice Business Plan competition competitors. And now to talk about how the competition will work, the person who's done the heavy lifting to make this competition successful. Please help me welcome Catherine Santa Maria, the Rice Business Plan Competition Director.
Thank you, Brad. Welcome, everyone. Let's talk about how the competition will work. Tomorrow is round 1. There will be 7 flights, all sector-specific, for our 42 teams. From those 7 flights, the top 2 scoring startups, will advance to the semifinal round, and the 3rd highest scoring overall startup will also advance, making 15 startups in the semifinals. Tomorrow, the remaining 27 startups will advance to the wild card round. That is 6 flights of between 4 and 5 startups. And from those 2 rounds, from our semifinal round, we will take 6 startups, the top scoring startups from those 3 flights, plus the highest scoring startup from all of the wildcard flights, meaning a finals with 7 startups in it. It is going to get exciting, everyone. All right, this is the exciting part. 77 prizes, $1.2 million. This is to be won throughout the competition. And now, I'd like to thank our sponsor of the elevator pitch competition, which you are about to watch, Mercury. They have been a longtime sponsor of the RBPC and particularly this part of the event. But before we do that, we're going to talk about scoring. All of the judges here, you have been added to the scoring platform, the Poetic platform. There's the address right there. Please, if you haven't already, log in and get to the elevator pitch competition. You will see it in your portal. Click on elevator pitch round. You will see all 42 startups listed there. You are going to rate each startup as they pitch. 1 is excellent, 5 is poor. Please rate them, score them as they go, as you hear their pitch. When you're done, towards the bottom, you will see the Submit Scores button. Please click that. Once you submit, all your scores are final, and scoring will close a few minutes after the elevator pitch is finished. And now I'd like to introduce Aileen Allen, venture partner at Mercury, who is our MC tonight. She is a great friend of the Rice Alliance and the RBPC. She is a longtime judge. Aileen.
Thanks. Thank you, Catherine. So as Catherine said, my name's Aileen Allen. I'm an investor at Mercury, and I wanted to start with, I have a unique name, and so when I meet somebody with a unique name, I always ask them how to pronounce it. And I have not had the privilege of meeting all of these 42 companies, so if I get one of those names wrong, I apologize in advance, but we're just gonna roll with it, right? I also thought that I would take a little bit of the pressure off of these companies and be the 43rd pitch of the night, but I won't take 60 seconds. But I thought I'd just give you a quick pitch on Mercury for anyone who's not familiar. So Mercury is a Texas-based VC. We're headquartered right here in Houston, Texas. We were founded 20 years ago. One of our founders is here in the audience. We were the first VC with the thesis of investing in founders located outside of the coastal hubs. So founders that are traditionally overlooked by West Coast VCs. We back ambitious early stage B2B SaaS companies, and we have 3 key focus areas or categories that we're excited about right now. The first is blockchain and AI. The second is blockchain and fintech, excuse me. The second is vertical AI, and the third is DevOps and security. So I said ambitious founders. I'm going to put a couple founders on the spotlight. We have some former RBPC winners. Would you mind standing up and letting us give you a quick round of applause? Got you. Cool. All right, I think we're ready to get started. Let's have our first company come up. It's Carmine Minerals.
Hello, my name's Emilio. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran and a research chemist here at Carmine Minerals. Currently today, China controls 80% of the lithium battery supply globally. U.S. mining operations can only account for approximately 1% of domestic demand. At Carmine Minerals, we have a solution. Current technologies are taking too long and too costly to make up that difference. We have developed and patented an organic solvent that mixes in with wastewater, selectively binds to lithium ions, and then can be easily extracted out in a liquid-to-liquid extraction process. This is basic chemistry 101, which is super helpful because it means we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can start using today's waste to create tomorrow's future. Carmine Minerals, we're coming together with a team of chemists, engineers, and business professionals, all who are excited about bringing lithium mining back to the United States. So if that's something that interests you, please come talk to us. Later today at the showcase, we have a display that shows exactly how our process works so you can see for yourself that this is the best lithium mining process in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you. NeuroFore.
Can you imagine being told that you or a loved one will slowly lose control over your body? This is the reality that many Parkinson's disease patients face. Right now, Parkinson's disease is diagnosed post-motor symptom. This means that the neurons have been lost and that the damage is already done. This is where NeuroFore steps in. NeuroFore is a diagnostic tool that is able to diagnose Parkinson's based on pre-motor symptoms earlier than ever before. By diagnosing Parkinson's earlier than ever before, we're able to provide earlier treatment, leading to better patient outcomes. Our initial customer validation has been incredibly successful, with over 88% of physicians we've talked to saying that they would not only use our tool in their practice, but that they would personally vouch for it within their whole system. Together, we can act before it's too late. Thank you.
Thank you. OAQ.
Most of you have been lost in an airplane, but you didn't know it. Why? Because the pilot didn't tell you. But it's not their fault. It's GPS. GPS jamming has surged more than 20 times in the past 3 years, and more than thousands of flights were affected by it. Our good old 1978 GPS is on a bumpy ride. My mom's been a flight attendant since 1995, so flight safety hits home to me. At OAQ, we're developing quantum magnetometers that don't rely on satellites. It's immune to jamming, impossible to spoof, and twice as precise than our competitors. We have exported key components to Israel, exhibited at CES, and we have secure patents, and we were named the top 4 early stage startup in Korea, just all in 10 months. We're bringing technology from KAIST, bringing in the business mind from the University of Toronto, and now to North America. We're redefining navigation, no GPS needed. Thank you.
Thank you. Hot bone.
The biggest orthopedic problem that the aging community is actually dealing with that, and there is no way that we can kind of get around, that is osteoarthritis. And so far, there is no effective method that we can use to treat this condition, and all of the methods are either short-term or not very effective till now. Hotbone developed a technology that can solve this problem, the joint pillow kit. This kit combines of amnion joint pillow and an injection device that are both of them patented, and we can use them to inject an amniotic membrane that is contained a lot of factors that reduce pain, inflammation, and it also can improve cartilage regeneration. Using this technology with our injection device, we can put this membrane into the joint with just a simple injection that allows patients to avoid any surgery and any complication regarding that. Hopefully, we see a joint pillow in clinic soon. Thank you.
All right, please welcome Rora.
External vaginal dryness due to menopause is painful, constant, and deeply isolating. Nearly 50% of menopausal women struggle with this sunburn-like feeling, but no one talks about it. 1 in 4 women will even quit their jobs because their dryness is so severe that they can't go about their daily lives. At Rora, we're breaking the silence surrounding menopause, starting with a powerful product that provides relief to women who have been overlooked for too long. Most vaginal care products are hormonal creams, messy lubricants, or irritating washes. Rora is different. We're the first of its kind vaginal mist that can be used anytime, anywhere, without having to touch yourself. It's hands-free and mess-free, designed for hydration first, and discreet and beautifully designed. We're not just filling a gap, we're creating a new category, everyday comfort for the external vaginal area, designed with expertise, empathy, and elegance, because women deserve more than silence and sandpaper. With Rora, relief is just a mist away. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, SearchOwl.
At SearchOwl, we know that every time consumer packaged goods brands make a decision, they have a choice. They can pay tens of thousands of dollars for market research, or they can go in blind. 32% of CPG companies, small, independently owned brands, can't afford market research, but even those that can complain it's high-level trends, not actionable insights into how their customers feel. We built a skincare shopping platform with an AI-embedded search and found that people were describing everything they wanted to see in their products, down to the ingredients they did and didn't want. We were able to aggregate those searches and give them to brands so they could make better decisions about what products to produce and who to target with the products they have. But the opportunity is larger than just skincare, and with AI models that can be embedded into any product vertical, we have an opportunity to change the way consumer packaged goods brands understand their customers, which is a $19 billion opportunity. At SearchOwl, we help people find better products, all while giving brands the information they need to grow.
Thank you. SeLLECT Laboratories.
$1.2 billion menstruating women worldwide are at risk of HPV and cervical cancer every single year. Majority of these women would either postpone or forego the main screening method for this in their lifetime. The reason for this is what you see in my hand. This medieval-looking torture device is used to access the cervix for the screening of things like cervical cancer. So it's no wonder why screening rates are as low as 40% in North America. SeLLECT is making the process of life-saving screening as easy as having a period. Simply use it with a familiar pad, send it into a lab, and receive high-accuracy results for HPV and cervical cancer. Our secret ingredient is a patent-pending nanomaterial that's able to stabilize the sample till it reaches the lab, where it's then analyzed for things like cervical cancer. As the only company worldwide approaching this problem using nanotechnology, SeLLECT is just better than the alternatives. With over 20 LOIs from clinicians, 5 strategic partnerships with research labs and diagnostic companies, we're well on our way to entering the market as soon as possible. So, Help us scrap the PAP with SeLLECT. Thank you.
Nanoborne.
Hi, I'm Vitaly, founder of Nanoborne. We do petroleum and geosystems engineering with the applied nanotech. Imagine you own 100 of oil wells. Nice, huh? But soon you realize that oil always comes with water. And to produce 1 barrel of oil, you have to lift up to the surface 4 barrels of water, which leads to operational inefficiencies, environmental issues, and underutilization of valuable resources. We solved those problems with a nanosurfactant. This product allows us to effectively manage the flow of water subsurface in an eco-friendly way. It is easy to deploy, safe to use, and biodegradable. It allows us to show you that the nanotechnology can solve the issues related to the big industry, global industries as oil and gas. Our technology is protected with a dozen of patents in North America. We target to the Texan market with 1.7 billion obtainable market. Our technology helps to solve many issues related to the geosystems engineering as well. And we hope that you can learn more from our stand here. Thank you very much, and let's go.
Thank you. All right, pattern materials from Rice University.
Every day, people become more and more dependent on electronic sensors in their daily lives. And they're used to guide our airplanes, they're used to monitor our heart rates, or even detect poisonous gases in our homes. Don't we want these sensors to be as durable and reliable as possible? Well, at Pattern Materials, we're making graphene patterns that can serve as the backbone for the next generation of electronic advanced sensors. Graphene is a material that is naturally strong, customizable, and conductive, allowing it to have tens to hundreds of times more precise detection when it comes to stress or pressure or even chemical concentration. These patterns will allow future devices to be ever more reliable, durable, flexible, and even wearable. At Pattern Materials, we're here to make graphene patterns work for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Did that one in 50 seconds. All right, MabLab.
A few years ago, I walked into my chemistry lab during my very first semester of college, looking for my lab partner Cassie's familiar face. However, Cassie wasn't there. When I inquired about why, I was hit with the reality that would change my life forever. That Cassie had overdosed due to laced drugs, and it cost her her life. Yet her story is not unique. There are more than 109,000 Americans that lose their lives annually due to laced drugs. And here at MabLab, we knew something had to change. So we built the world's first multi-target rapid test capable of detecting the 5 most common and deadly substances in laced drugs and spiked drinks. Leveraging the powers of AI, we are 400 times more accurate than existing fentanyl test strips and 5 times more comprehensive. To date, we've already secured $110K in sales from notable organizations like the New York Office of Nightlife, as well as Brown University, and are currently in talks with Coachella and Live Nation. Right now, we're raising our seed round, so if you're interested, come find us upstairs. We're MabLab, and we save lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Xatoms.
Every 2 minutes, a child dies due to water pollution. And when I was 12, I drank water that looked clear to me, but it was actually contaminated with E. coli. I was sick for an entire month, and that's where I thought I want to start Xatoms. At Xatoms, we use a proprietary and patented AI and quantum chemistry algorithm to discover new materials to purify water. We discovered 8. With our materials, it can eliminate 47 contaminants ranging from chemicals like DDT to bacteria like E. coli. We're in revenue for $1.5 million for pilots in Kenya, South Africa, as well as in Canada and US. With our pilot projects, we are able to purify 3 billion liters of water, helping 163,000 people for the water purification. We are in partnership with Matt Damon, the founder of Water.org, as well as our first check is from Alexis Ohanian, the founder of Reddit. Our team is one of the youngest for Forbes 30 Under 30 in manufacturing, and today we will invite us to join us on the water journey. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Interplay.
Who runs the world? Dogs. At least I think that's what Beyonce said. I want to take a moment to talk to you about the dog-parent dilemma, because dog parents are busy people and they're not always available to be home to care for their dog while they're away. This leads many dog parents to feel guilty about leaving their dog home alone, and in turn, 20 to 40% of all dogs suffer from separation anxiety due to their pet parent's frequent absence. Now, as a pet parent who had this problem, I was inspired to come up with Interplay. My name is Jonae Johnson, and I am the founder and CEO of Interplay. And at Interplay, we turn your dog's crate into a home with our patent-pending product, the PlayTatch. With the PlayTatch, pet parents can now dispense food and water to their dog, see and talk to their dog, and play music and sounds, all from their phone while they're away. They'll simply install the PlayTatch to their existing dog crate, download and install the Interplay app, and from a click of a button, they can interact with their dog. Now, with that being said, I would like you all to remember that with Interplay, when you're away, you can know that your pet is okay.
That was memorable. All right, Intero Biosystems.
We're Intero Biosystems. We make miniature human organs. 90% of drugs will ultimately fail clinical trials. The result? Billions of dollars wasted, years of research lost, millions of animals sacrificed, and patients left waiting. Drugs fail due to side effects or efficacy issues that weren't predicted in preclinical testing. Preclinical models are broken, and Intero is fixing them. We have invented GastroScreen, a miniature, living, functional human intestine. GastroScreen contains smooth muscle, blood vessels, nerves, and the inner lining of the intestine. You can think of GastroScreen as a clinical trial in a dish. We already have revenue and customers, including a top 5 pharmaceutical company, and we're about to close our oversubscribed $1 million pre-seed round. At Intero Biosystems, we're revolutionizing drug development with miniature human organs. Thank you.
All right, let's welcome Sabana.
Soul-sucking, wasted time, blood, sweat, and tears. That's how architects and engineers describe these construction specifications. These multi-thousand-page books filled with contractual documents is the only way designers can dictate what products end up inside of a building. And any error leads to hundreds of thousands of dollars of product switches. The method of generating these? Google searches, random email threads, and lost PDF files. This sucks. That's why we created Sabana, an AI-powered data management platform that helps firms revolutionize the way they work with products and specifications. With Sabana's AI, you can extract all information from any product available online, instantly share it with your team, and automatically generate specifications. This can save a firm of 4 people up to $10,000 a month. With 7 committed firms and 22 more firms on our wait list, if you're ready to revolutionize a $150 billion industry, let's talk. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, this is my favorite name so far. Please welcome Mud Rat.
I don't need to convince any of you here. Styrofoam sucks. I mean, it's been banned in over 30 countries worldwide. In 2022 alone, created nearly 50 million metric tons of CO2. Surfboards are also made out of styrofoam, and I've been making them since I was a teenager. And the #1 rule is to protect yourself at all costs against the styrofoam dust. I knew that styrofoam was bad for the environment, but it wasn't until I started getting sick from being around it that I found out it's also a carcinogen. There was no safe and sustainable material that can outcompete styrofoam, but I didn't want to keep killing myself to do what I love. So we created MudRat, an eco-friendly, cost-effective, high-performance styrofoam substitute made out of mushrooms so that we can truly put an end to the reign of terror styrofoam has created and really start to protect our future.
Thank you. Re.Solution.
Houston, we have a problem, and the missing half of my jacket is the solution. Every year, we throw away 100 million tons of textiles, and less than 1% is ever recycled. Instead, it ends up in landfills, incinerators, or oceans. But textiles are actually made from valuable stuff. $100 billion of polyester, begging to be reused. So why aren't we recycling? Because available processes are expensive and about as efficient as Houston's traffic during rush hour. We are Re.Solution, and we use electrochemistry to unlock this multi-billion-dollar opportunity. And the missing half of my jacket looks like this when we are done, perfect for reuse. And we will be doing it right here, because if there's one city that knows energy, chemistry, and extreme heat, unlike what Brad said earlier, it's Houston. So please join us in going from rags to riches. Thank you.
Thank you. ARC Health.
Anna was a metastatic breast cancer patient who was facing clinical trials alone. All she wanted was a fighting chance so that she could witness her daughter graduate from college and enter medical school. Unfortunately for her, clinical trials are a black box. She couldn't find which trials were available, couldn't contact the provider sites, and faced a variety of access barriers. That's where ARC Health came in, an AI advocate that made the phone calls, connected her to trial opportunities, and ultimately arranged for transportation and other resources so she could be successful. Through ARC Health, Anna found a new hope. We recently landed a large health system pilot to help thousands of patients like Anna, and we have a pipeline of pharma and providers who want to use our platform. So please join us in ensuring all patients get access to life-saving therapies. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's welcome Automatic.ai.
Growing up, I'd go outside every day and play basketball, but I just couldn't get better. I had no feedback, no stats. My training was just effort and guesswork. At Automatic.ai, we're solving this right from an athlete's wrist. In the $95 billion sports training industry, we are minimizing barrier to entry by leveraging consumer wearables. We've invented AI that can detect explosive sports movements just from the sensors on a smartwatch. And we're starting with basketball. We launched a year ago, post-revenue, with 35,000 users. And we're helping them improve by giving them live form feedback and automating all of their training progress. We're also launching an enterprise dashboard for D1 college basketball teams with 5 LOIs in hand. And our tech is built to scale, with products for golf, baseball, and tennis on the way. With $900,000, we can expand our product line and reach $30 million in revenue by 2028. So please join us at Automatic. And together, let's help millions of athletes like myself improve through the world's most accessible, portable, and capable technology. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Songscription.
Music is what makes us human. Playing and distributing music requires writing it down. That's called music transcription. Today, music transcription is manual, making it cost hours for even a professional to transcribe one song with special expertise, or hundreds of dollars that people have to pay a professional to transcribe. That's why musicians, composers, music educators report not being able to play and share over 50% of the songs that they want, creating a $10 billion TAM. At Songscription, we've created proprietary AI models to automate music transcription. Still pre-launch, we've had over 6,000 organic users from 120 countries create over 9,000 transcriptions. Our users tell us that they love our product and that using it made them cry because it was the first time they were able to share their creations with other people. We're a team of passionate musicians who have business, AI, and technical expertise, who are on a shared mission to empower musicians worldwide to play, share, and learn the songs that they love. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so GreenLib has declined to pitch, so we are going to invite Rise Media.
What if I told you there's an industry gambling more money each year than the entire Vegas Strip? Last year, brands spent $24 billion on influencer marketing with strategies fully driven by marketer intuition. This means that success is a coin toss and replication is almost impossible. So really, it's gambling. But the only real difference separating a gambler from a stockbroker is the ability to run the numbers. And we're on a mission to revolutionize consumer marketing by bridging this exact gap. Rise Media is an end-to-end influencer marketing and management platform powered by an AI engine that can identify viral trends within any industry and across any time frame. Our tool ingests live social media data, breaks it down into quantifiable elements, and identifies top trends. With 50+ creators, 500+ campaigns, and over $2 million in campaign budget processed through Rise, we're creating a world where viral moments are planned and quantifiable. And Rise Media is the bridge that takes influencer marketing from Vegas to Wall Street. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, y'all, we're about halfway through our pitches, so let's make sure we keep those energy levels up and give our warmest claps at the end. Okay, Rivulet.
Good afternoon, everybody. So cancer therapy, cell therapies have been a revolution in cancer treatment, where a patient's own cells are engineered to target their disease. Despite great promise, 1 in 3 patients deteriorate before they're able to get treatment. At Rivulet, we're trying to bring that number down to 0. And we're going to do this with our patent-pending electrotransduction technology, which is 10 times more efficient at engineering cells. With that, we can build safer therapies and get them back to patients in half the time. This isn't just theoretical. A group at the NIH is using our hardware to make a cell therapy against rhabdomyosarcoma, an incredibly aggressive solid tumor. And they haven't been able to make that therapy any other way. We now have 3 users and 3 pre-orders. Our current production capacity is oversubscribed. We have an excellent team of doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs bringing this tech to market. And my name's Asme. I'm the CEO of Rivulet. And if you believe, as I believe, that cell therapies are the future, come talk to me about how Rivulet's building the tools to make that future come to life. Thank you.
Thank you. Bobica Bars.
When most people think of superfoods like acai and pitaya, we think of these delicious frozen fruits that are eaten in a smoothie bowl. They're not portable, convenient, and quite honestly, not very good for you in smoothie bowl form. You can't even bring them in the heat without it melting. That all changes now with Bobica Bars. Hi, my name's Harrison Estacey, and I'm the founder of Bobica Bars. Bobica Bars offer the world's first superfood glazed, high antioxidant granola bar that is allergen-free. We turn that melted sugary smoothie bowl into a delicious granola bar with 90% less sugar. My passion to spread superfood health benefits is driven by my parents' history with arthritis and celiac disease. Our bars support muscle recovery, lower inflammation, and reduce stress, all in 3 bold, fruity flavored granola bars, acai, pitaya, and acerola, while maintaining the allergen-free benefits. Bobica bars are constantly selling out in 9 ShopRite locations every 2 weeks and is on the verge of expansion to all 311 ShopRite locations. We are seeking $250,000 to scale production and meet demand that we already have. And then we'll raise future rounds on strategic investment. With that being said, wherever you are, near or far, take a Bobica bar.
That's good. All right, Hydro Hall.
One of the toughest challenges that we face in decarbonizing society is that more than 30% of all emissions come from hard-to-abate sectors, which means that traditional mechanisms like electrification alone aren't sufficient. Instead, you need some sort of clean fuel or green molecule to decarbonize, and the only viable option is hydrogen. Now, a lot of people are investing into hydrogen, but the majority of that investment is going to reducing the cost of production, despite more than half of the delivered cost of hydrogen being in the storage, transportation, and distribution. For clean hydrogen to succeed, the cost must come down. That's where we come in. HydroHall is an innovative solution that allows you to transport hydrogen easily using a proxy carrying molecule. So easily, in fact, that I could hold it in my hand right here, right now, call it hydrogen in your hand. It's safer, more reliable, and more than 30% cheaper than the next best option. My name's Eli Lichman, and I was actually an advanced hydrogen jet engine designer in my past life, and my co-founder, Fanil, has a PhD in hydrogen storage, meaning together we have the right experience necessary to bring this solution to the market. Too much is riding on the success of a hydrogen economy. Join us in redefining the future of hydrogen. Thank you.
Thank you. Fetal therapy technologies.
Fetal surgery is a groundbreaking way to operate on a baby while it's still inside its mother, allowing surgeons to repair life-threatening birth defects before a baby is even born. However, current fetal surgical tools are not meant for use in the delicate uterus. Working with these tools is like operating on a pregnant mother with a barbed fishing hook, resulting in a 40% rate of emergency preterm birth and $540 million in hospital expenditure. Making these surgeries safer means giving clinicians purpose-built tools to perform them. Fetal Therapy Technologies is the first pediatric microsurgical device company making these tools, drastically improving the safety of life-saving fetal surgical procedures. Top institutions like Johns Hopkins and UT Austin want our technologies. Our $4 billion market opportunity expands beyond fetal surgery into interventional radiology, where surgeons have said our technology is going to be a game changer for accessing arteries, positioning us well for an exit. As a woman and someone born 3 months premature, I want to revolutionize in utero health. Join us as we reimagine the safety and future of fetal surgery. Thank you.
Thank you. AG3 Labs.
My name is Gavin, CEO and co-founder of AG3 Labs, and we're revolutionizing the way we use autonomous drones. Nearly 80% of frontline casualties in the Russian-Ukrainian war are caused by small drones. This proves 2 things. Drones are here to stay in combat, yet we don't quite know how to protect against these next-gen threats. At AG3 Labs, we're developing high-speed autonomous drone swarms that can be deployed in training scenarios to allow our soldiers and systems to train against these high-speed, maneuverable, and lethal threats. We've made some insane traction the past 6 months as we've received an award from the U.S. Army in terms of an X-Tech dual-use award. We've also won $10,000 last week in a Michigan State pitch competition, but we also just fulfilled our first contract with 50 drones last week. We're super excited to help protect our troops against these next-gen threats, and we're excited to get everyone else here involved. Thank you.
Thank you. Arctic Edge Technologies.
Cancer is the #1 killer of firefighters. It's not fire, it's not smoke, it's not building collapse, it's cancer. And the culprit? Their gear, which relies on a cancer-causing chemical. I learned about this problem from my mother, who's a 32-year veteran firefighter, about how their gear contains this chemical that's critical for its function, and every effort to replace it has met with failure, leaving firefighters to wear gear that they know is giving them cancer every moment they're on the job. With my background in chemical engineering, I've created a new material that integrates directly into the existing fire gear manufacturing system, and we're working with 4 fire gear manufacturers to bring this into the hands of firefighters right now. Because I'm lucky to still have my mom, but it's my mission to see that every firefighter comes home safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Third eye.
Third Eye is the ultimate social safety app. There was over 10,000 reported sexual assaults between Uber and Lyft in about a 2-year period. From my own University of Miami case study, I revealed about 80% of students felt unsafe in ride shares, 70% of students had an uncomfortable experience in a ride share, and there was actually about 90% of students taking 3 or more Ubers or Lyfts a week, which was a massive problem. And everyone was using the same stay on the phone with me solution, where we're using phone calls and FaceTimes as safety tools when they weren't built for that. So I worked with over 50 University of Miami students, multiple rideshare victims, and families who lost a loved one to a rideshare-related incident to create the ultimate solution, the Third Eye app, where you could stream and record your live video, audio, and location to friends and family of your choice, and where you created a one-of-your-kind discrete emergency system where at the touch of an in-app SOS button, dispatchers receive your live video, audio, and location so they could see and hear everything that's going on all silently and discreetly and deliver that critical information to emergency dispatchers, to the police, to decrease emergency response times and help you stay safe on the go. Thank you.
Thank you. Microvitality.
Imagine you aren't sitting here in the audience today, and instead you're over at Methodist Hospital preparing for an endoscopy after suffering from extensive gut pain, nausea, bloating, seeing many specialists, and trying expensive at-home remedies. For 1.8 billion patients globally that suffer from small intestine bacterial overgrowth, this is their life. At Microvitality, we're creating a precision microbiome profiling platform that involves an ingestible sampling capsule to collect a sample from the small intestine non-invasively. We're providing clinicians with the most accurate access to the insights of the environment that enable us to accurately treat this disease. I'm Zoe, and with my team at Microvitality, we're committed, and for us, it's personal. We've exclusively licensed the technology from Tufts University, and we're raising $1 million to de-risk this technology within humans. We ask you to join us in ensuring that personalized, timely, and accessible treatment within GI care becomes a reality for all.
Thank you. Please welcome Carbon Salary.
Did you know that global corporates spend nearly $1 trillion on the carbon credit market? And did you also know that despite accounting for 20% of greenhouse gas emissions here in the USA, the residential real estate sector here in the USA doesn't see a single cent of that money? Carbon Salary is here to flip that on its head. Using our plug-and-play SaaS solution, we turn a retrofit into a revenue-generating opportunity for a landlord. We have $36,000 in competition win funding and in angel investment. We're scoping feasibility studies with NYSERDA, the New York City Housing Authority, and Greystar. And for an investor, Carbon Salary represents an opportunity to get an exposure to the decarbonization space, which is valued at multiple billions of dollars, but with a startup that will grow and behave like a software scale-up. We're Carbon Salary, and we make going green profitable for landlords. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. All right, please welcome Cal Robotics.
I remember the last time you were at a Walmart and you had the app on you and you were trying to look for a product but couldn't find it. Maybe it was just misplaced or out of stock. Imagine this frustration in a massive warehouse, except it's not one product, it's thousands. Hello, I'm Kevin. I'm the co-founder at Cal Robotics, and we automate inventory monitoring and optimize the warehouse space. We offer a solution of a software-hardware duo. The software is an AI-powered digital twin that plugs into any warehouse management system, offering actionable insights. Then, further, our autonomous mobile robots goes around the warehouse, validates the digital data, and scans using the real-world data, thus closing the loop and offering unmatched accuracy. We are not just solving a logistics problem. We are offering order to chaos. clarity to confusion, and confidence to any warehouse flow. Thank you. Welcome to the future of warehouse automation. Thank you.
Thank you. FarmSmarter.ai. There we go.
So I grew up farming, and in farming we have a lot of decisions we need to make. And if we make a mistake, that could be detrimental to us. We can lose our way of life. We make our decisions based off of a lot of data, research, and make our decisions based on a lot of data and research. You can imagine all that's very time-consuming, and I needed a better way to do this. So I teamed up with a group of AI specialists to pave this way. And we created FarmSmarter.ai, which gives you personalized, tailored information for your specific crops, for your specific needs. Currently, it uses over 1 million agricultural resource documents as its database. Right now, farmers are using it to identify pests and how to manage that pest inside of their crops. But that's only the beginning. We want farmers and consultants alike to use this to have better insights of their crops and faster recommendation processes. Join us today in the future of agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you. And I appreciate that audience participation. So thanks for the woohoos. Please welcome Intero back.
Have you ever gone swimming during the summer and seen this? These gross algae blooms are caused by nitrogen pollution, the majority of which come from farms. The pollution devastates ecosystems, recreation, and drinking water quality, but the resulting regulations devastate farmers. Since there are no adequate on-farm solutions, farmers must transport their contaminated waste to treatment plants. Pig farmers in the US spend $1.3 billion on this every year. And that's where we come in. So hi, everybody. My name is Ellie, and over the past 5 years, I've developed a novel biofilter technology that uses alternating populations of bacteria to eat up nitrogen pollution directly on the farm and convert it into a harmless byproduct. By treating the problem directly at the source, we can save farmers 60% of their treatment expenditure. We're here to raise $300K to optimize and certify so we can clean America's waters and keep farmers in business. Thank you.
Thank you. Humimic Biosystems.
Lexi, our CEO, was diagnosed with a chronic disease a few years ago. We've been watching her quality of life diminish. You see, she's tried treatment after treatment, and it's not working. So she's looking at clinical studies, but those make her nervous. See, 90% of drugs that enter clinical studies fail. And Lexi's not alone. People are facing and having this problem all across the world. And so we know that preclinical drug testing tools aren't cutting it. They can't capture the complexity of the human body. That's why we at Humimic Biosystems are creating better tools that allow for drugs to go through the development process faster and have better predictability. So we're currently seeking funding to increase our sales as we're in labs and we have more that are interested and ready to use our technology. So join us in helping save millions of people around the world, people just like Lexi. Thank you.
Thank you. OmniPath H2.
Hello. OmniPath H2 is developing a novel solution for transporting clean hydrogen, which will be a critical lever for global decarbonization because dirty hydrogen production currently contributes around 2% of our total emissions. Now, billions of dollars have gone into production of clean hydrogen, but we don't have a good way of transporting it. Hydrogen is known colloquially as a pain in the ass. So, we don't want to transport hydrogen. Instead, we can convert that hydrogen into ammonia, which we know how to transport at scale, and then crack ammonia back into hydrogen at your demand site. The reason this isn't done today is because ammonia cracking is an incredibly inefficient process, requiring temperatures over 600 degrees Celsius. Instead of that, we use a novel palladium membrane and electrochemical process developed at MIT to run this procedure at 200 degrees Celsius, producing higher purity hydrogen at a lower cost. Our team is comprised of a Harvard MBA, a Harvard postdoc, and an MIT professor, and we're about to start our pre-seed race. So if you're interested in the hydrogen economy, please come find us. Thank you.
Thank you. Mott.
All right, there are 19,500 cities and communities in the US that own water main. Every year, they lose $10.5 million each. But why? Well, if you're driving down a road and you hit a pothole, you can see and feel that pothole. But underneath that 10-year-old road lies a 100-year-old water main that's been leaking and been broken for decades. It's out of sight, it's out of mind, and we put more of an emphasis on the condition of our roads than we do the condition of our water main, and that's a problem. At Mott, we're excited to change that. For the first time, we're able to put robots into a water main system and inspect them at scale. We're able to give it visibility. We're able to give communities the leverage and the asset management tools so they can get ahead of the leaks, get ahead of the broken water main, put money back into their municipal general fund, maybe create better water distribution systems, and even maybe make better roads. Thank you.
Thank you. Mito Robotics.
Hey, I'm Bing, co-founder and CEO of Mito Robotics, and I'm also a third-year PhD in biomedical engineering, developing cell therapies. There's one major challenge for my research is cell culture. I spend hours and hours every day, even on weekends, culture cells for my experiments. But I face low quality, low yield, poor consistency, and contamination. Then I thought, what if I can build a robot and just tell the robot, do the cell culture for me? Hey, finish the cell culture by Monday, and then let it do all the work. At Mito Robotics, we have turned that vision into reality. Our robotic scientists, kind of like Iron Man and Jarvis, understand human language, process that into scientific protocols, and then fully automate the cell culture process. One robot is equivalent of 3 people's work. We have sold 2 robots, and we're looking for more support and capital to help us scale our operation and tap into this $96 billion market to accelerate life science research with intelligent robotics. Thank you.
Thank you. Watermarked.ai.
Last month, a deepfake of Eminem was posted on YouTube. 100,000 views later, the real artist didn't get a dime of the revenue. Audio deepfakes are projected to cost music creators around $4 billion in revenue loss. At Watermarked.ai, we have a solution. And Watermark that not only proves ownership, but also prevents the creation of deepfakes. Unlike existing tools that merely detect deepfakes after the damage is done, ours stop them at the source. Through NSF Archives, we have conducted over 120 interviews with artists, producers, lawyers, and more, expressing a strong demand for our product, along with receiving $50,000 in funding. We are also piloting with the RIAA, the music industry premier trade group, that showcases the effectiveness of our technology in practical application. We are here to protect the future of audio and creativity, and we hope that you join us in our mission. Thank you.
Thank you. Parthian Battery Solutions.
Have you ever stopped to think about what happens to the used batteries coming from electric vehicles? Well, if you're anything like me, you'd be shook to learn that more than 90% of them are going unaccounted for. Yeah, more than 9 out of every 10 electric vehicle batteries are being irresponsibly disposed of, wasting billions of dollars every year in untapped battery value and compromising the entire sustainable aspect of electric vehicles. The unfortunate truth is that existing solutions make it an expensive, hazardous pain to deal with these batteries, preventing anyone from taking responsibility over this. But Parthian is changing all this. Our battery market platform, backed by revolutionary National Science Foundation-funded diagnostics, make it just as safe and easy to buy and sell Second Life batteries as it is to transact with new ones. And recognizing our transformative impact, Parthian has forwarded partnerships with industry leaders in the automotive salvage yard space to capture the full value potential from their electric vehicles, establishing the Parthian platform as the standard in electric vehicle battery management. So if anyone here is interested in saving the planet and making a boatload of cash while doing it, let's talk.
It's cute. Thank you. EduRain.
Hello, my name is Brian, and as a foster kid, I thought college housing was going to be my easy into adulthood. Well, how wrong was I? After 7 moves, 22 roommates, and $60,000 in student debt. You know, part of the reason why I work in university housing, you know, property managers near colleges are challenged with fair housing laws and fragmented tools that do not integrate well. Even though the largest 175 colleges in America can only house 20% of undergrads. EduRain offers colleges a white label solution for both on and off campus housing, rental education, and financial aid. And we have traction in a massive market with 12-month goals reached being 37,000 in revenue, 70,000 plus users, and 5 marquee college partners in huge markets in America with backing from tech stars and 4.0 schools. And we're raising $1 million to reach profitable scale. Thank you.
Thank you, EduRain. All right, let's welcome Novus.
I will give $100 to the first person who stands up right now and says, I just got $100. I heard it there first, Did you guys see that? Contact me after, we'll figure it out. Did you guys see that spark, that reaction? That's the power of a well-timed reward. Our brains are wired to pursue short-term wins. However, addiction treatment ignores that. And as a result, there's an 85% chance of relapse for people post-recovery. That's why my team at Stanford and I have built Novus. Novus is a post-intervention care delivery platform that uses rewards and incentives to encourage engagement in recovery-oriented activities such as going to the gym, therapy, and meditation. And it works. With our first 200 beta testers, we've seen a 65% engagement rate, which is 2 times the industry average. Not only do we improve patient outcomes, but we also provide additional billable opportunities for treatment facilities, increasing their revenue. So addiction treatment, it's not a failure, it's a system flaw. Come with us as we fix it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congrats on your $100 win. All right, bringing us home, final pitch from the University of Houston is Echo Solutions.
Hi, my name is Prince. At Echo, we have developed an innovative technology that harnesses the ocean to capture CO2 from the atmosphere and generate hydrogen gas as a valuable byproduct. What makes us unique is that we have eliminated a very expensive part of the conventional system called a membrane, and with our novel electrode material, we have significantly simplified our process. We didn't stop there. To further drive down our costs, we are also partnering with coastal industries that already have the land and the pumping infrastructure to take advantage of so that we don't have to pay for seawater pumping. And taking all of this into account, we have driven down our cost to $90 per ton of CO2, much lower compared to the $200 to $900 per ton in voluntary carbon markets that are out there today. If you'd like to learn more, we'd be very happy to talk to you at our booth. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Let's give a big round of applause, maybe some hoot and hollers for these companies who pitched tonight. They did an amazing job. Awesome. All right, I think we're ready for the Startup Showcase networking reception. We're good to go. See y'all there.